So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So that's got things underway.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having...
Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Mane. Mateus. No, he's not getting his way this time. Now it's Messi. He's on it. Can he get away? That has been cut short. Kvaratskhelia. Now Simons. Nicely. Decent chance! Goal! Boca Juniors! First blood drawn. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kvaratskhelia. Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him, then deserved more.
And he's got the shoots! He's got a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so...
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well read, nice interception. And it's Conte.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Great chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And a chance! There they go, hunting in packs. Aims beyond the defence. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Mohamed Salah. Well, there's a probing ball. Ferdinand makes the interception. And here's Nunez. He has a look. And Aubameyang! Aubameyang! Goal after glorious goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an...
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal. He has a lovely first touch, and at the same time he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines, and it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game. The complete package.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Looking for the run. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pedri. Messi. He's gone for goal! Early ball out from the back. Pedri will not want to lose out here. He's had a shot! And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Barcelona have themselves a chance from the spot. So the would-be breakthrough moment. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rodri, can he get on the end of this? Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Gravenberg. Arsenal finding their passes. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nicely weighted ball. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Osimhen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Koulibaly cuts it out. Osimhen. Pedri. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Triol. Mohamed Salah. Pedri. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rodri. Beckenbauer. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Messi. Ferdinand goes sliding in. Ferdinand defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Messi. And Messi! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Messi. He's on it, can he get away? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that is good. Super... Oh, no question, that's a foul. Rodri did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pedri tries to pass it through. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really... Has a shot! That was superb goalkeeping!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. And they win it back again. Threads one in.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Pedri gets a foot in here. Mohamed Salah. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Barcelona have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Rodri looking to play him in. Oh, he's been caught napping. Lovely pass, but goes for finesse. That has not worked out as planned.
Messi certainly had to make his mind up quickly, and he rushed it.
Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Mohamed Salah. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Osimhen. Mohamed Salah. And here's Messi. He's being urged to shoot. Osimhen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, it's come loose. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now this could be a chance. Team still separated by the game's onry goal. And he cuts out the supply. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gravenberg, your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Zanetti. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Salah. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Messi. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Messi! himself an absolute peach. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 16. El dorsal 18.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 17.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Beckham. And no, that was never going to make it. Havertz. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Can he get it through? And it's been played through. Tonali. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's picked out the run. This looks promising. Zanetti. Messi. And it's Serginho. Koulibaly receives it in a good position here. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Cambio de jugadores.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10. El dorsal 11.
Danger averted for now. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Serginho. Now it's Vieri. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now, can they get him away? Osimhen finds himself offside. The final 5 minutes. He's tried one! And somehow it stayed out. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Rijkaard. Beckham. Messi. And it's Serginho. Beckham. Kante gets over and intercepts.
Habrá 2 minutos de
2
descuento.
minutes to be added on. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Defending was strong and firm. And that's that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything worked.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Every game feels like a special one in Buenos Aires, even more so perhaps in this neighbourhood of Núñez, famously inhabited by a true heavyweight of South American football, River Plate. And as you can see, we've already started here. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come, although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is as far as they're going to go. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pedri. Over to the left. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Barcelona are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Knocks it into space. Raul is wide and looking to get onto this. Puyol gets it clear. And they're quick to get it back. Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Picked out brilliantly. Raul plays a mighty effort. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pass somewhat off target. Beckenbauer. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a little off target. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Every game feels like a special one in Buenos Aires, even more so perhaps in this neighbourhood of Núñez, famously inhabited by a true heavyweight of South American football, River Plate. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
No, that's been intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Caceres. De Jong. Now Costa Curta. Rafinha. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Nicely spread. Now it's Olise, and it's Pedri. Now it's Messi. Grealish. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Pedri. Isco. Rafinha providing an outlet on that flank. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi! And that should get the job done. Nicked it back promptly. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Van Basten. So it is still 0-0. He is through here. And Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Messi. Rijkaard does well to get it back. And it's Van Basten. Ferdinand producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Bale! Goal! Barcelona! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Martin Caceres, Jim. Precious little doubt about what his outstanding qualities are.
Aggression and tenacity, Peter, but there is another side to his game as well. He's got a certain confidence on the ball and he can pick a really telling pass too. That's vital if you're looking to play a patient, possession-based game.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, who's going to be first to this? Now, that looks a decent ball. He won't be happy with that one. It's a really well-measured ball. Cafu chooses to go cross-field. Danielson. Now Costa Curta. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Can he latch on to this? Valverde. And it's Schneider. Schneider. Played out to the right. Messi. Beckham. Now it's Bale. And it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. Valverde.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free...
He's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pedri. He's in a great position here. He's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Hakimi. Strokes it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And it's Valverde. Oh, that's superb. Now it's Bale. Good ball, good take. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Cannavaro has got himself a free kick. Valverde. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
Danielson really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Cafu. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Schneider. And it's Valverde. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. For Valverde. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bayer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Schneider. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
It's run loose here. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Milan looking to pass their way through. Now it's Bale. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Costa Curta. Valverde. Milan finding their passes. Tries to play it through. And he's managed to get shot a goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Oh, good spread. Played back in. This might spell danger. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22, Schneider. Numero 5, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And we're off again.
Numero 11, numero
Barcelona
15.
carrying a one-goal lead.
Il numero 8, il numero 92.
Driving forward.
El Shaarawy.
And it's
Il
Neymar.
numero 10.
Pedri.
Neymar.
Passing is
Il numero
crisp and
23.
sharp. Pedri can see things others simply cannot. Pedri. Costa Curta. Out to the right. And no, that was never going to make it.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Driving on and making good progress. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's El Shaarawy. Now it's Bale. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Milan finding their passes. Pedri. Costa Curta. And he skips past his man.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have...
It's Bale! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Cafu. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Valverde. And it's Bernardo Silva. He's picked his way through. Milan looking to pass their way through. Ferdinand defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's gone searching crossfield. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No way through. He shifted it to the flank. Neymar. That's very neat. Cross to the back post. And he's taking no chances there. Short changes him with that pass. Bernardo Silva. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Passes short and sharp. That's a good ball out wide.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And he's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just
the keeper to beat. Big chance! And he hits the net. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Pedri. Now it's El Shaarawy. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's come backwards here. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ronaldinho. Pass somewhat off target. Ronaldinho. He's a sharp little ball here. And that is expertly dealt with. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bernardo Silva. Valverde. Now it's El Shaarawy. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Más Monumental. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. the ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed.
Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous. Cavani really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Saliba gets it away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Bebeto. And Bebeto! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
So just one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Beckham. Pedri. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And he's heaved it away. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. Very nicely done. Barcelona are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Now this could be a chance. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Out to the left it goes. And he's there to get it away. Rijkaard. Aimed beyond the defence. No question, this is the man you want to... He's going for goal! And that certainly packed a punch. Corner number 2 then. Chance! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Can he get on the end of this? Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now, can they get him away? Just eases him off the ball. Barcelona looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. He's got away. Messi! And that would have been some goal.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
And It's Messi. Messi, this is promising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says.
I think he knew immediately that he got that one wrong. The wall did its job.
Messi carries the ball down the right. Some resolute defending there. Can he get it through? He's had a shot!
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Saliba clears.
Barcelona
Couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh, that was vital. And the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Barcelona are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And the second half gets underway. Now it's Cavani. Tries to play it through. Nicely weighted ball. Over to the left. Pedri. Well timed, excellent interception. Bale looking to get on the end of this. Bale stood his ground strongly. Messi. Oh, sweet feet. Bebeto.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
De Bruyne. It's Bebeto. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Looking for the run. Look at the space here, and he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Not a lot we need to say about that. This looks promising. Oh, what a climb! It's in! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Opts for safety. Bale looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And he's there to clear it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Has a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking to play him in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That is a great pick out. Bale. It's Bale! And that is quite wonderful! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Cambio en el Barcelona. Número 18.
So, time for
Número
changes
15.
on both sides,
Número
actually.
19.
Barcelona
Messi.
will two up and into a position of real
Número
strength.
13.
You can
Número
certainly
11.
sense a real change of
Número
mood here.
14.
Now the crowd are
Se va a
demanding that they
realizar
just
un
finish
cambio.
this off.
Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Owen. Alexander-Arnold. Pass somewhat off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all... Shoots! It's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager...
Mohamed Salah! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mohamed Salah deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Corner number 3 coming up. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That has not gone well. And here's Mohamed Salah. Threads one in. Owen gets flagged offside. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a searching pass. Ekitike. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Pedri. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Tries to pass it through. DiMarco takes control of it and he's on the move. And it's Palmer. Palmer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a pretty loose pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mohamed Salah. Knocks it into... and the shot! Sticks it away! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Up he
Se van a
goes!
jugar 4 minutos de
He's missed,
compensación.
but not by that far. Van der Beek. There will be 4 extra minutes. There's a sharp little ball here. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Swings it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Owen. And we're done. Barcelona can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Kedri claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Más Monumental. There's the whistle, and here we go. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have...
Takes the shot! Gareth, glittering bell!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So they get big header. They've scored. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Messi! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Aldair. Boyan. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's in on... And Beckham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, that is asking for trouble. In by Messi. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
And that should get the job done. And that's gone loose. Adams. And it's Cannavaro. Van der Vaart. Beckham. Beckham! And that's caused a worry or two.
Beckham is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Stood up well to him there. No way through. Pedri. Great ball, and he's in here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Van der Vaart. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Some excellent tackle. And there's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Van der Vaart. And it's Ronaldinho. He's going to be disappointed with that. Driving on and making good progress. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shoots! They're going to be quick to recover this.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And the pass is intercepted. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to...
It's Bale! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Forwards and with intent. Messi. Bojan. Beckenbauer does well to get it back. Van der Vaart. And another try! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Cruyff certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Oh, easy pickings there. Aldair. Oh, that's a key interception. Pedri conjures time and space where few can. Beckenbauer.
That's going in strongly.
Adams with the foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that has been cleared. It's played through for him. That is a great pick out. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
He's tried one! Oh, off the bar! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
That ball looks a good one. He has found the way through. Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Now, can they get him away? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Ronaldinho. Great vision. That is good alertness. Messi chasing after it. Pedri powering forward here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Ronaldinho. They get a throw in. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Beckham. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Cambio.
And so we're off again. Now that looks a decent ball. Beckham. Could move up a gear here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to pass it through. Looking for the run. Hazard gets into a good position. Well, what's he giving here? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. And he is going into that little black book. Cruyff is eyeing up his options in the middle. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Pedri. He's going for goal! Superlative from Pedri! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're back in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona take the lead. That's tidy. And he was alert to it. Ronaldinho.
Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Shapes to shoot! Aldair. Now it's Bojan. Oh, that's a fine interception. Ferdinand gets rid without sophistication. Looking for options for movement. That has been cut short. Here's a sharp little ball here. Chance to deliver. Khan claims it. Safe hands.
Kenya really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hazard. Beckham. Ronaldinho. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Hazard. And he's managed to get free. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Hazard really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's Bale. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still kicked.
He's having a go!
Cambio en el Barcelona. número 15, número 19, Messi, número 18, número 17,
Rodri.
número 4, entran
Cruyff
número
takes control
11,
of it and he's on the
número
move.
14, número 13, número 16, número 10.
Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. And it's Grealish. Oh, that is a nice touch.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic.
And he's had a hit! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mohamed Salah really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
So, third corner of the game. Oh, right place, right time. Aimed beyond the defence. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Vieri. Oh, well played, well played. Vieri, it's Vieri! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Vieri really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
So their fourth corner of the game. Great chance! They're up to 5 corners now. Mohamed Salah goes short. Can he finish? Oh, there was plenty on that.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Aldair. And that... Vieri! He's got away with one there. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Serginho. Ronaldinho. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Al tiempo reglamentario.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That's good play. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.